Why is Romeo and Juliet using AI to create her press conferences? Wait, I get it. You guys are going to say it's an AI filter. Oh my God, people. All right, so check it. Do y'all remember the big hat press conference she just had after the Minnesota thing? Now, while it is true, you can have some facial blur when somebody stops on your video, this is pretty terrible facial blur. And it's having a hard time creating that clavicle neck thingy and bob, making it look actually believable. But in case you want to write that off, let's go ahead and take a look at the sign. Again, even if we were just hitting pause, as was done here, even if we're just hitting pause, look at the giveaway of the sign. That is obviously AI. And no, that's not all. Look at the guy behind her, you guys. Look at this guy's hands. Once again, we have a hard time doing cross fingers when there are multiple people in the room. A very, very hard time doing cross fingers. Excuse me. Or knitted fingers, however you describe it. And look at the stars in our flag, you guys. Some of those stars look a little funny. Now, this brings me to another recent video that she just had. One that has a signage that is very, very concerning. This sign very clearly says, one of ours, all of yours. Whether or not this belongs to some SS people of the 1930s is not the point. Read that crap again. One of ours, all of yours. And I don't think they're talking about Americans. One of our Americans. I don't think that's what they're talking about. So first thing that caught my eye was that website. It looks a little funny, but in case this is just a pause, okay, maybe it'll look funny for that reason. But then you start looking at the letters within the all of ours, and all of them don't look the same. In fact, look how messy that last one is at the end. And that yours kind of weird as well, and the A does not have an appropriate hole, neither does the R have an appropriate hole. It's starting to not look like one of ours, all of yours. Okay, so then we get him. Can't read his name brass at all. All right, cool. But watch how he blends into the guy behind him. Watch the pixelation that is there. Watch the fuzziness of his face. All right, cool. Let's look at the next bit of evidence here. See, this guy behind her, his eyes completely melt into his head. Well, 98% of the way. So his eyes are not present. Again, when they have multiple people in a scene, it's really hard to do. Her fingers get kind of functified over here as well. All right. But then, like, notice her face. Now, mind you, she's had a lot of work done, so it's really, really hard to actually notice too much about her face. Her eyes aren't exactly the same either. I'm talking pupils, not necessarily shape, because everybody's different. It's really hard to talk about her face, though, because she has had a huge amount of work. We've also seen it most recently in some of his other conferences and videos. If you notice, this is one of the first shots of his face. His eyes look kind of balanced, you know. I've said on other videos that they're missing the light in his eyes. It looks like I'm a very, very small creator, but I swear every time I talk about something that is glaring on an AI video, they seem to try to correct it. So I don't know if I am being looked at somebody because I am one of the only people talking about the AI in his videos. I have no idea. That would just be kind of conceited. But then I noticed the eyes are different because AI has a really hard time making eyes look alive. In fact, they tend to look dead. All right, but I'm like, dead eyes, he's sick, whatever, I'll give it to him. But something's starting to happen to that right pupil. Not right to you, right to him, right? So that'd be on the left screen. So I'm watching it. The eyes are very, very dead, but the body and the way he was talking was not dead. And then this pupil starts to disappear. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I don't know, maybe something's in the way. Also notice the turkey neck thing. It's really blurred here at the end. to the point where it's messing up the dots in the tie, there are things to notice, you guys. But that eye, it now has no iris, or I don't know. What are the parts? Pupil, I don't know. I keep forgetting which is which. None at all. I kept looking for it. Where is it? It has disappeared. Baby, the devil is here. At least they made his eyes not brown, because they've done that before too. And look at the teeth getting all nice and blurry. It's peeking out a little bit here. Oh look, it's just a point. Do y'all see that? Okay. Still just a point. Boom. I can't make this shit up, guys. It's very glaring, very obvious. Now, the crazy thing about that is from a BBC video where the woman is asking him, why does he want to buy the land that is green? Why does he have to own it? And he goes, would you fix or take care of something you lease? But then we had the oil company meeting, and that was kind of weird too. So the freeze frames just would not come out right no matter how I tried to do it. And of course, you know, sometimes that seal is a giveaway as well, because I can't even begin to try to read the beginning, and it's not sharp. It's kind of blurry, and it should be sharper than that. But anyway, let's look at some of these pictures. Again, we have a note passed. We have a super blurry hand, but again, there's an action, so I'm not too worried about it. He's looking awfully fuzzy. You guys note the fact that they have now added a little man pin. That's crazy. But if you notice also, the microphone and that tie is doing some weird blend stuff, as well as the gobble neck and the tie too. That's also doing weird stuff. Another thing of interest that you guys need to start paying attention to. This man did not laugh like this before. He did not. And now he does these huge laughs. His mouth is not, does it, y'all go look at his past stuff. I'm talking about 17, 18, 19. Go look at his past stuff. When he was quote unquote healthier. And of course this face is completely blurred, but again, he's laughing. So, and the tie and And for some reason, every time I hit pause, I couldn't get anything sharp whatsoever. Not a single move. So for me, that's another tell. Not one time could I get him sharp. Also, this guy keeps looking different. This is not Homeboy's side profile. It's not. And then look how gross they made his ear. Like, I know he's a big-eared man, but look at this right side. And again, can't get nothing sharp. Not a single sharp frame. Not at all. Not a single sharp frame. Now look also how his fingers blend on this one. Those two, the forefinger and the middle finger on the bottom. And also, I think after he reads the note, this happens to his pinky finger. Do y'all see how pointy and blended that becomes with his hand? Now, Newsom really recently made a post, and most of the clips had this guy from over this past year. Look at how many different people we have in this picture. If I'm not mistaken, this was like last June. That don't look like that man. This was supposed to be him, and we can get into the people's blurred faces and stuff, and we do. Him, 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 him.